fluorescent lights in the hospital never dim. They hum against my skull as I swipe my ID through the staff door. Another night, another round of pacing through empty corridors while my wife sleeps in our warm bed. Back again, Daniel? Greg, the older security guard, gives me a nod. Yeah, bills don't pay themselves, he chuckles, sipping his coffee. You ever sleep? Not enough, but it keeps a roof over our heads. My voice sounds steady, but inside I wonder how much longer I can keep this pace. 12-hour nights, barely a glimpse of Hannah in the mornings before she heads out. The hours crawl. My phone buzzes once around midnight. Text from Hannah, miss you. I smile at the screen, typing quickly, miss you too. Be home soon. I cling to that message like it proves she still thinks of me. By 3 in the morning, I step outside for a breath of air. The city glows, indifferent to my exhaustion. I think of Hannah curled under our blanket, hair tangled, lips soft against the pillow. I whisper to myself, it's worth it. All of it. When my shift ends early because of a power issue, I drive. Home half dead, but excited to surprise her. I unlock the door quietly, picturing her asleep. The living room is spotless, but something feels different. The scent lingers in the air, sharp and floral. Expensive perfume, not hers. Hannah's fragrance is lighter, subtle. This one clings to the walls. Hannah, I call out softly. She steps from the bedroom wearing silk pajama, startled. You're home early. Generator tripped. They sent us out. Her smile flickers. You scared me. I studied her. Like still there. Like she didn't wash it all off. She didn't wash it all off. She rarely wears makeup to bed. You okay? I ask. Of course. Why wouldn't I be? Shrugged, forcing a smile. House smells different. New candle. She laughs quickly. I lit one earlier. Vanilla, mixed with something strong. Guess it's sticking around. I nod, pretending to buy it. Looks nice on you, those pajamas. She leans against the door frame. Thanks, I've been trying new things. I kiss her forehead, but the perfume doesn't leave my nose. We crawl into bed. I try to sleep, but the image of that unfamiliar fragrance presses against my thoughts. Hannah's breathing evens beside me, deep and steady. My eyes close, but just as I drift, her phone buzzes on the nightstand. She doesn't stir. I glance at the screen lighting up the room. Unsaved number. Single message. Can't stop thinking. About tonight, my chest tightens. I reach toward it, my hand trembling. Then I stop. The glow fades, leaving only silence. I lie flat on my back, staring at the ceiling, pulse racing. I whisper under my breath, what tonight? Hannah shifts in her sleep, rolling closer, her arm draping over my chest like nothing is wrong. I can't move. I can't breathe. The hum of the city outside filters through the window, while inside the room, my world tilts. I keep my eyes open. Until dawn, counting each second, waiting for an answer that doesn't come. Asterisk, the smell of fresh coffee fills the kitchen when I walk in for my shift. Hannah stands at the counter in a tight navy dress, her hair curled, lips colored darker than usual. You're up early, I say, hanging my jacket on the chair. She jumps slightly. I thought I'd grab breakfast with some friends. In that dress? I lean against the counter, studying her. She laughs, a little too sharp. What's wrong with the dress? Nothing. Just doesn't look like breakfast food attire. Her eyes flick to the clock. Don't start, Daniel. I'm allowed to look nice. Didn't say you weren't. I'm just asking who you're meeting. Emma and Claire. You don't know them. I sip the coffee she poured. It tastes bitter, strange. You'd never mentioned them before. Not everything I do needs a full report. She brushes past me, the scent of her perfume lingering strong. When she leaves, I stand in the empty kitchen, the silence pressing against my chest. That evening, I suggest dinner together. Let's order Thai, just the two of us. She shakes, her head while touching up her lipstick. I promised the girls we'd go out tonight. Don't wait up. You've been out a lot lately. You work nights. I get lonely, stare at her reflection in the mirror. So spend time with me when I'm here. Her hand freezes for a second before she forces a smile. You're imagining things, Daniel. Trust me. The words echo in my ears long after she leaves. 2 days later, I run into her at the grocery store. She doesn't see me at first. She's tucked into a corner by the wine aisle, laughing with a tall man in a fitted blazer. His hand hovers too close to hers. My jaw clenches. I step forward. Hannah, her head snaps around. Her smile falters, then rebuilds fast. Daniel, what are you doing here? Buying food? What about you? She laughs nervously. Just picking up some wine. This is Mark, an old friend. Mark extends his hand confidently. Good to meet you. I've heard a lot. I don't take it. Funny I haven't heard of you. Hannah grabs my arm quickly. Daniel, stop. He's just helping me choose a bottle. Do you need help with that, Hannah? Or are you fine? With me? Her cheeks flush. You're overreacting. Mark smirks faintly. I'll let you to finish shopping. Anna, I'll text you about catching up. My stomach twists. Text her? Anna's voice sharpens. He's a friend. Don't make a scene here. We leave in silence. In the car, the tension crackles. You expect me to believe that was innocent? I ask, double quotes. Yes, because it is. You're standing too close. You're imagining it. Daniel, you've been working too much. You're paranoid. Don't put this on me. She crosses her arms, staring out the window. If you don't trust me, what are we even doing? The words cut deep. I grip the wheel, fighting to stay calm. That night, she surprises me by crawling into my arms. She presses her face into my chest, her voice soft. I love you. I don't want to fight anymore. I run my fingers through her hair. Then stop giving me reasons to doubt. I'm not hiding anything. The warmth of her body against mine feels real, but my gut twists with unease. Her hug lingers longer than usual, like she is covering a wound with affection. I whisper, just tell me the truth if something's wrong. Her breath hitches. There's nothing wrong. You're all I need. I close my eyes, holding her tight, but the image of Mark's smirk burns in my mind. The house feels smaller with her in. My arms, the walls closing in around secrets I can't name. I keep my eyes open long after she falls asleep. Asterisk. I step through the door after another long shift. My boots hit the hallway floor and laughter floats from the living room. I pause. A man's voice. I walk in. Mark is sitting on my sofa, leaning forward, one hand resting casually on his knee, the other holding a glass of wine. Hannah sits beside him, close enough for their shoulders to brush. Mark smiles when he sees me. Daniel, there you are. Long night. My throat tightens. What are you doing in my house? Hannah jumps in quickly. He stopped by to check how you were holding up. Isn't that thoughtful? I don't remember asking him to. Mark chuckles. Relax. Just wanted to make sure you weren't burning out. Hannah insisted I stay until you got home. I glance at her. Did she? Her eyes dart away. I didn't want you walking into an empty place again. I dropped my bag. I can handle silence. What I don't like is surprises. Mark leans back, still smiling. I thought we were past the awkward introductions. We're not friends. Hannah stands abruptly. Daniel, stop. He's trying to be nice. I bite back the words building in my chest. Instead, I sit opposite them, my gaze locked on the way his arm rests too comfortably on the back of the sofa. Hannah forces a laugh. Mark was telling me about his trip to Toronto. The city sounds amazing, doesn't it? I nod once. Depends on who you go with. The air sharpens. Hannah clears her throat. You're tired. Let me get you food. She hurries into the kitchen. That leaves me with him. Mark tilts his head. You work a lot of nights? This must be hard on a marriage. I stare at him. Harder when strangers keep showing up uninvited. His grin widens. You think I'm a stranger? I feel like I know Hannah pretty well already. The blood in my ears pounds. I lean forward. Stay away from my wife. Before he can answer, Hannah returns with a plate. Here, Daniel. Eat something before you snap at everyone. I look at her, then at him. Neither notices how tightly I grip the edge of the chair. Later that week, Hannah tells me she's going out with friends. Just a small dinner. Don't wait up. Which friends? I ask. She hesitates. Emma, Claire, a few others. I nod slowly. I'll call you if I get off early. Her smile falters. Don't. Enjoy your rest for once. When she leaves, I feel the unease burrow deeper. At midnight, I grab a coffee near the restaurant strip. I see her through the window. She's laughing, wine glass in hand, and sitting across from her is Mark. My chest tightens. I stand frozen on the sidewalk, as if my legs refuse to move. The next morning, I sit at the kitchen table. How was dinner? She hangs her purse. Nice. The girls had a lot to talk about. Did Mark have a lot to say too? Her face hardens. You followed me? I passed by. Funny coincidence, right? Her voice rises. You don't trust me? That's the problem. Problem is, you keep lying. I didn't lie. I just didn't think you needed every detail of my night. Details like the man who keeps showing up at our table, on our sofa, in our lives. She slams her hand against the counter. You're suffocating me with your suspicion. I stand, my voice low but sharp. I wouldn't have suspicion. If you gave me reason to believe you. Tears fill her eyes, but she turns away. I can't talk to you when you're like this. I leave the house before I break. That night, while she sleeps, my phone buzzes on the nightstand. An unknown number lights up the screen. The message reads, "She's not who you think she is." My stomach twists. My hands shake as I stare at the glow. Of the screen, someone out there knows, and I don't know if I'm ready for the answer. Asterisk. The clock reads 2 a.m. when the call comes in. A burst pipe shuts down half the hospital. The supervisor waves us out early. I should feel lucky, but the only thing I feel is a gnawing hunger to know the truth. I drive home fast. The porch light glows as I unlock the door. Hannah, I. Voice carries into the hallway. She's standing in front of the mirror in the bedroom, slipping on a tight red dress that hugs her like paint. She startles when she sees me. You're back, she says, eyes wide. Shift ended early. Study. Her every detail hitting me like a strike. Where are you going dressed like that at 3 a.m? She forces a smile. Emma called. She's going through something. Girls' night emergency. At this hour, she grabs her purse quickly. Don't make this a fight. She needs me. Her phone buzzes on the dresser. Before I can read the screen, who was that? I ask. No one important? She brushes past me. The scent of perfume trails behind, heavy and sharp. My chest burns. I wait 10 seconds, then slip out after her. The night air is cold against my face. Her car pulls from the driveway. I follow at a distance, heart hammering so hard I can hear it in my ears. Streetlights blur past. My palms sweat on the wheel. She pulls into the parking lot of a downtown hotel. My stomach twists. She steps out of her car, adjusting the strap of her purse, scanning her phone before heading straight for the glass doors. I slow to a stop across the street. The neon sign of the hotel flickers like a warning. I grip the steering wheel until my knuckles pale. I want to storm in, demand the truth, drag her out by the hand, but I don't move. I sit frozen, the hotel doors swallowing her whole minutes. Feel like hours. My breathing grows shallow. Finally, I turn the car around and drive home, red light mocking me with its glow. When the door clicks open, it's nearly dawn. I sit at the table waiting, staring at nothing. The lock turns again. Hannah walks in quietly, heels dangling from her fingers, hair a little messy. Oh, she says, surprised. You're still up. Where were you? She laughs lightly. I told you, with Emma. Emma lives on the other side of town, not in a hotel lobby. Her smile doesn't break, but her eyes harden. You followed me. You're lying to me. Her voice rises. You've lost it, Daniel. You don't trust me anymore, because you're not giving me a reason to. She drops her shoes and storms into the bedroom. I can't do this if you treat me like a criminal. I follow slowly, each step heavier than the last. She slips into bed, pulling the blanket up like nothing happened. You're imagining things, she whispers, turning away. I love you. Go to sleep. Stand at the edge of the bed, staring at her back. My throat feels dry, my chest caving. In on itself, I lie down beside her, staring into the dark ceiling. The silence is deafening. her breathing steady, slow, and peaceful. My voice breaks in a whisper. Why Hannah? She doesn't stir. I keep my eyes open until morning. The question, clawing at me with every second. The rain lashes against my windshield as I turn into our street. My shift ended early again. Stroke of luck, but my gut says otherwise. Hannah's car is gone. I grip the steering wheel, voice in my head urging me to let it go, to trust her, to stop playing detective. Another voice, sharper and louder, tells me I already know the truth. I wait in the dark for 30 minutes before headlights sweep across the driveway. Mark's car slows, then stops. My chest tightens. Anna hurries out of the house, clutching her coat over a fitted dress. She glances around like a thief before sliding into his passenger seat. I slam the ignition and follow. Street after street, rain pounding harder, wipers barely keeping up. My hands shake against the wheel. They pull into the lot of a restaurant. Downtown, neon signs shimmer against the wet pavement. Mark steps out first, opening her door with a smile far too familiar. I throw my door open. My boots splash through puddles. Hannah. My voice cuts through the storm. She freezes, caught like a child stealing candy. Daniel, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? Oh, my voice rises. You're supposed to be home. Instead, you're sneaking into cars with him. Mark smirks, adjusting his collar. Take it easy. We were just grabbing food in the middle of the night. While she tells me she's with friends. Hannah's lips tremble. Please, Daniel. Not here. I take a step closer, rain soaking through my jacket. And tell me right now. Tell me who he is to you. She shakes her head, tears mixing with the rain. I didn't want you to find out this way. Find out what? That we've been seeing each other. Her words slice me open. I never meant to hurt you. My knees feel weak, but anger keeps me standing. Seeing each other while I've been killing myself working nights to keep us afloat. Mark folds his arms. She deserves attention, maybe more than you could give. I lunge at him, fists clenching, but Hannah blocks me with both hands. Stop. Please, don't make this worse. I glare at her. You let him into my house. You laughed with him while I sat in silence. And all this time you were betraying me. Her tears spilled faster. I was lonely. You were never home. Mark was there. I made mistakes, but I love you, Daniel. Not him. Mark scoffs, she says. That now, but we both know the truth. I spin toward him. Shut your mouth before I shut it for you. He grins through the rain, unaffected. She'll come back to me anyway. Hannah shouts over us. Enough. I can't do this. Daniel, please. You're the one I married. I want to fix it. My voice cracks. You broke it. You broke me. Rain pounds harder, thunder rolling in the distance. My world crashes with it. Hannah steps closer, clutching my soaked shirt. I'll leave him, I swear. Just give me another chance. I look into her eyes, searching for something real.
Oh.
I see his fear. I don't know if I can. Her breath catches. She grips me tighter, desperation seeping into every word. Then I have to tell you something. What more could you possibly say? She swallows hard, her voice shaking. I'm pregnant. The words slam into me harder than the rain. My entire body goes cold. I stare at her, searching her face. For a lie? For any sign that this is another trick? She whispers again, softer this time. I'm pregnant, Daniel. My throat closes. My vision blurs. Behind her, Mark smirks, that same proud, poisonous smile. And I realize the storm outside is nothing compared to the one tearing through me. Asterisk. The clock ticks past midnight. I sit in the living room, staring at the rain streaking the window. My mind replays her words again and again. I'm pregnant, Daniel. The floor creaks. Hannah steps in quietly, arms folded. Are you really not going to bed? I keep my eyes on the glass. How do you expect me to sleep after what you told me? She walks closer, her voice soft.
What?
Because we need rest. Because we need each other. I stand. I don't even know what we are anymore. She reaches for my arm. We're still us. We can fix this. I pull away. With him in the picture? With the lies you fed me for months, tears gather in her eyes. I ended it with Mark. You are the one I want. You have always been. I shake my head. That's easy to say now. Oh. But I saw the way you looked at him.
Oh.
I saw him smirk like he owned you. She flinches. I hated that. I hated myself. Please believe me, Daniel. I laugh bitterly. Believe you. After I caught you in the rain with him, her lips tremble. She moves closer, pressing her body against mine, her hands resting on my chest. Then let me show you. Let me prove I'm yours. Her perfume fills my lungs. Her dress clings to her in ways that used to undo me. Hannah, stop. She whispers against my neck. No, don't push me away. I need to feel close to you again. I need you to touch me. I grip her wrists and step back. This isn't fixing anything. This is you trying to make me forget. She swallows hard. And what if forgetting is the only way forward? What if we just start over tonight? Stare at her, my chest heavy. Do you think a kiss or a touch erases betrayal? You think it erases him? Her tears spill. I'm begging you. Don't throw us away. I pace the room, my voice rising. I didn't throw us away. Did you let him in? You let him touch what was mine. She covers her face, sobbing. I know. But the baby is yours. I promise. Please trust me on this. I freeze. You promise? She nods quickly. Yes, 100 times yes. Why should I believe that? How do I know you're not lying again? Her eyes flash with pain. Because I'm telling you the truth. Because I couldn't lie about this. I stare at her, searching for honesty. But Mark's grin haunts me like a ghost. I want to believe you, Hannah. I really do. But I can't shake his face out of my head. I can't shake the thought that you gave him what you used to give me. She steps forward slowly, sliding her arms around my waist. Her body presses close, her breath warm against my chest. Then let me make you remember me, not him. Me. For a moment, I almost give in. Her warmth seeps into me, softening the storm inside. But I force myself to step back. No, not like this. Not when I don't know the truth. Her face crumbles. Then what do you want me to do? I answer coldly. Yeah, I want proof. She blinks. Proof. A DNA test. Her lips part in shock. Daniel, that's cruel. You don't trust me at all? I stare hard at her. You lost that trust when you walked into his car. Her shoulders slump. Fine. If that's what it takes, then I'll do it. I whisper under my breath. God help me if the answer isn't mine. The days drag. She tries harder than ever. Cooking meals, dressing in tight skirts, brushing against me in the kitchen. Her fingers linger too long when she hands me a plate. You look tired, she whispers one morning, sliding her arms around me from behind. Come back to bed. I peel her hands away. I can't. Her eyes search mine. You won't let me touch you anymore, 'cause every time you do, I wonder if he touched you the same way. She grips my shirt, tears in her eyes again. Stop punishing me. I'm here. I'm choosing you. I answer with silence. Nights turn colder. I sleep on the edge of the bed, my back turned to her. One evening, the doorbell rings. I open it to find a plain envelope resting on the mat. Rain spotting the paper. The words on the corner make my chest tighten. DNA results. Hannah appears behind. Me, her voice trembling. What is it? I hold the envelope in my hands, my heart thundering in my chest. The truth. The envelope shakes in my hands. I tear it open and scan the lines that seal my fate. The words hit me like a blade. Not a match. My throat tightens. My fingers curl into the paper as if crushing it might change the result. Behind me, Hannah whispers, Daniel, what does it say? I turn slowly. My voice cracks. It's not mine. Her body jolts like I struck her. No, that can't be right. They must have made a mistake. I slam the paper onto the table. It says, the child isn't mine. She staggers back, clutching her stomach. Daniel, listen to me. I don't care about him. I only care about you. I point at the paper. This doesn't lie. She drops to her knees, crawling closer. Her hands clutch my legs as she sobs. Please, please don't leave me. I know I broke us, but I love you. He was nothing. You are everything. I stare down at her, numb. You let him put a child inside you. How am I supposed to move past that? Her tears drip onto the floor. Because I will spend every day making it right. Because I cannot breathe without you. Shake my head. I begged for honesty. You gave me betrayal. I begged for loyalty. You gave me this. Her voice rises in desperation. Mark doesn't want me. He doesn't want the baby. Doesn't want a family. Only you do. Only you ever did. I step back, her hands slipping from my legs. Then, you chose him over the man who wanted everything with you. Her cry echoes through the room. Daniel, please, I'll change. I'll do anything. Don't walk away. I grip the edge of the table, my knuckles white. I'm done, Hannah. Her sobbing stills for a moment, lifts her face, streaked with tears. You don't mean that. I mean every word. Her lips tremble. If you walk away, what happens to me? What happens to us? There is no us. Not anymore. She clutches her chest like she's trying to hold herself together. I can't survive without you. Then you should have thought about that before you climbed into his car. Silence hangs heavy, broken only by her ragged breathing. Then, faintly, another sound cuts through crying. The baby's cry. It drifts from the nursery like a ghost. Small, fragile, real. I freeze. My chest pounding. Hannah looks toward the sound and whispers, he needs me. I whisper back, he needs someone better, but my feet move before I can stop them. I walk toward the nursery, leaving her crumpled on the floor. The door creaks open. Baby rides in the crib, fists clenched, cheeks wet. His cry pierces through every wall I've built. I lean over, my hand hovering above him. He is not mine, yet his tiny fingers grasp mine with a strength I don't understand. Hannah appears behind me, her voice shaking. You see, Rarity? Loves you, I swallow hard. He's not my blood. She steps closer, but he can still be your son. I look back at her, fury burning through me. You expect me to raise another man's child while you stand there and pretend this is love? Her face crumples again. I'm begging you, don't punish him for what I did. I stare at the baby, torn between rage and responsibility. Destroyed us, Hannah. But he didn't ask for any of this. Her voice is barely audible. Then stay. Stay for him. Stay for me. I stand tall, pulling my hand from the crib. I'll never stay for you again. She clutches her chest, staggering. Back? You mean that? I nod, my voice flat. Yes. She wipes her face, forcing her breathing steady. Then there's nothing left for me here. I turn sharply. What are you saying? She steps past me, heading toward the bedroom. I'm leaving. Her words hang in the air like smoke. I follow her down the hall, my voice rising, leaving. You're just walking out? She pulls open the closet, yanking clothes from hangers. You don't want me? You don't forgive me? What else can I do? Face what you've done. Stay and face it. She shoves clothes into a suitcase. I can't. Not when you look at me like I'm poison. I slam the closet door shut and you think leaving fixes that. Her eyes lock with mine, wet but resolute. Leaving is the only way I stop hurting you. The suitcase snaps shut. She drags it toward the door. I follow, my voice sharp. So that's it? You destroy me? Then you run. She turns, her voice breaking. Destroyed myself. 2. I stand frozen as she grabs her coat at the door. She pauses, her hand on the knob. Take care of him. Better than I ever could. I whisper, and where will you go? She doesn't answer. She pulls the door open and steps into the night. The silence that follows is deafening. I turn slowly toward the nursery. The faint cry, it still fills the air. I walk back inside, the weight of betrayal crushing me. The baby stares up at me, innocent eyes wide, unaware of the wreckage surrounding him. I whisper, what am I supposed to do with you? His tiny hand grips my finger again, holding on like he knows I'm all he has left. And just like that, realize the truth. She's gone, but I'm still here, alone, with him. Asterisk. The cry shatters the night again. My eyes snap open and I drag myself. From the couch, I mutter, I'm coming, kid. I'm coming. Ada. The The bottle warms in my shaking hands. The baby's cries echo like sirens as I pace the floor, rocking him against my chest. By the time he quiets, the clock reads 4 in the morning. I sink into the chair, exhausted, whispering, "Just you and me now." A knock at the door jolts me. Too early for anyone. I pull it open and see Alina from the hospital, her scrubs beneath a jacket. She smiles softly. "You look like hell, Daniel." I rub my face. "That's because I feel like hell." Her eyes land on the baby in my arms. "He's beautiful." I sigh. He doesn't let me sleep. She steps inside without asking, setting a small bag on the counter. "That's what babies do." "Lucky for you, I brought formula and diapers. Consider it a house call." I blink at her. "Why would you do that?" Her gaze softens. "Because you're drowning, and because nobody should go through this alone." I lower my voice. "You don't know what you're stepping into." "I know enough," she replies. "The nurses whisper about you at the hospital. They say you work 2 shifts, and then come home to this." "Let them whisper," I mutter. She tilts her head. "Some pity you, some admire you." Her words sting. "I don't want pity, and I don't need admiration." She smiles faintly. "Then maybe you just need help." The baby squirms. She holds out her arms. "May I?" I hesitate, then hand him over. She cradles him with practiced ease. Her voice softens. "See, he just wanted comfort." I watch her, something tightening in my chest. "You make it look easy?" Her eyes lift to mine. "Because I've done this before. I used to work pediatrics." I lean back against the counter, exhausted. "I'm terrible at this." "Not," she says. "You're just tired." Tired men doubt themselves. Her words settle in me like a strange kind of medicine. I whisper, "Why are you really here, Alina?" She rocks the baby gently. "Because I see a man who deserves a chance to breathe, and because I know what betrayal looks like." "You don't have to say it. I see it in your eyes." I stiffen. "You don't know my story." "No," she admits. "But I know pain when I see it. And I know how heavy silence gets when rooms are empty." Her words cut through me. Hours pass, and she stays. She folds laundry while I crash for a nap. When I wake, the house is quieter than it has been in weeks. That evening I find her spooning mashed vegetables into the baby's mouth. She laughs softly when he spits half of it onto her sleeve. I lean against the doorway. "You don't even flinch." She smiles at me. "Spit up is nothing." "You should see what night shifts at the ER look like." I chuckle faintly, the sound foreign in my own mouth. "You're too calm for this place." She looks at me with something that lingers too long. "Maybe that's what you need." The air between us thickens. I step forward, lowering my voice. "Careful, Alina." "Careful of what?" "Getting too close." She sets the spoon down, her hand brushing mine on the table. "Maybe close is exactly what you need." I jerk slightly, my chest tightening. I can't do that again. Her eyes search mine. I'm not her. The baby whimpers, breaking the tension. She lifts him, rocking gently. "See, even he knows when it's too much." I smirk faintly, shaking my head. "You're dangerous," she smiles. "Only if you want me to be." Later that night, when the baby finally sleeps, I offer her coffee. We sit on the couch, the television muted. The glow, painting shadows across her face. She shifts closer, her knee brushing mine. I tense. "You should go. It's late." Her eyes don't move from mine. "Do you want me to?" And my throat tightens. I don't know what I want anymore. Her hand slides across the cushion, brushing against my fingers. "Then let me stay. Just for tonight, to remind you that not every touch comes with a lie." The air hums between us. Her hand lingers against mine, and I realize the silence of empty rooms feels different when she is here. Alina stirred a pot on the stove, humming softly. The smell of garlic and herbs drifted through the air. I leaned against the counter, arms crossed. "You didn't have to cook." She glanced at me with a smile. "You live on takeout and cereal?" "Somebody had to save you." I chuckled faintly. "Maybe I like cereal. You like survival. This is different." The baby laughed from his high chair as she spooned mashed potatoes toward his open mouth. She leaned in, whispering something that made him squeal louder. I shook my head. "You're turning him into your biggest fan." Then maybe I'm winning. Both of you over. Her eyes flicked to mine before she looked back at the baby. The words hit harder than I expected. I cleared my throat, searching for something to say. You don't scare easy. She lifted her chin. I've seen worse nights than yours, Daniel. You're just tired. You need someone steady. Steady gets complicated. Her voice softened. Complicated doesn't mean impossible. For a long moment, silence stretched between us, thick with something unspoken. She finished feeding the baby, then wiped his mouth. Laughing as he grabbed at her fingers, I muttered, "He likes you more than he likes me." She looked at me serious now. "He feels safe with you. That's what matters." I met her gaze, and something in my chest shifted. Later that night, after the baby finally slept, we sat on the couch. A movie played in the background, forgotten. She pulled the blanket over both of us, our shoulders brushing. I whispered, "You don't have to keep staying this late? Do you want me to leave?" I shook my head. No. Her hand rested on the couch, close enough to touch. I stared at it, my pulse quickening. She noticed, shifting slightly closer. "Alina," I said carefully, "you're making this harder." "Harder than what? Harder than pretending I don't want this?" Her breath caught, and her eyes flickered down to my mouth before she looked away, then maybe stopped pretending. Before I could answer, the doorbell rang. I froze. "This hour?" She frowned. "Do you want me to check?" "No, stay here." I opened the door and felt my stomach drop. Hannah stood on the porch, her coat pulled tight, her eyes wild. "Daniel," she whispered. "Let me see him." Hardened. "It's late. He's asleep." She pushed past me, stepping inside. "He's my son. I have the right." "Alina's here," I said sharply. Hannah's eyes darted to the couch, where Alina sat frozen. Her voice dripped with venom. "Of course she is." Alina stood, steady but cautious. "I should go." "No," I said quickly, my voice firmer than I expected. "Stay." Hannah's lips curled. "So this is it? You replace me and parade her in front of my child?" Clench my fists. "You don't get to come back and make accusations." Her voice rose. "You think she cares about you? She'll leave when she gets bored, Daniel, just like everyone else." Lena stepped forward calmly. "I'm not here to fight. I'm here because he needed help." Mana's glare snapped too. Her help? Or an excuse to crawl into his bed? My jaw tightened. Enough. The baby's cry pierced the tension from the other room. Hannah spun toward the sound, but I blocked her path. "He's sleeping," I warned. Her eyes filled with rage and something desperate. She leaned closer, her voice dropping to a whisper sharp enough to cut. "You'll regret replacing me so easily." The words seared into me. She turned, slamming the door behind her. I stood frozen, the echo of her threat hanging heavy in the room. Elena's hand touched my arm, gentle but steady. "Daniel." I looked at her, my chest burning, but all I could hear was Hannah's whisper. Curling in my ears like poison, the knock on my door came again, harder this time. I opened it and found Hannah standing there, eyes swollen, mascara streaking her cheeks. "Daniel," she whispered, "please, let me explain." I kept my hand on the doorframe. "You already did enough explaining the day you left." She reached for me, but I pulled back. "I made mistakes," she pleaded. "But we can fix this. We can be a family again." Laughed bitterly. "You walked out with another man, Hannah. You didn't trip. You didn't get lost. You chose him." Her lip trembled. "Mark isn't who I thought he was. That's not my problem anymore." Tears spilled down her face. "Daniel, I still love you." I shook my head. "Love doesn't abandon. Love doesn't make me raise another man's child alone at 3 a.m. Love doesn't come crawling back when it's convenient." Her voice cracked. "You don't understand what I was going through." I slammed the door halfway shut. "No, you don't understand what I went through." A small voice came from behind me. "Daniel." Elena's eyes peeked from the living room, holding the baby in her arms. Hannah's face hardened. "Of course she's here. Lena's been here when you weren't," I shot back. She stayed when you walked away." Hannah's tone sharpened. "You think she loved you like I did? She get tired?" "They all do." Alina stepped forward, calm but firm. "I'm not her. Don't confuse us." Hannah glared. You think you've won because you're holding him? You think you can erase me? I cut her off. No one is trying to erase you. But you erased yourself when you left. The baby began to fuss in Elena's arms. She rocked him gently, her voice soft. He doesn't need anger. He needs peace. Something inside me cracked. My chest felt heavy, and I pressed my palms to my face. I can't do this anymore. Elena's hand touched my back. You don't have to carry it alone. I let out a shaky breath. Why are you here for me, Elena? Why? She met my eyes. Because you deserve someone who stays. Her words broke through my defenses, and I lowered my head. I don't know how to trust that. Then let me show you, she whispered. Behind us, Hannah's voice cut like glass. You think this is over? Mark left me. I have no one. You can't just shut me out. I turned to her slowly. Mark left, her face twisted. He said I was a burden, said he never wanted the responsibility. He walked out. Before the first time, she looked small, crumbling. Elena, she said desperately, don't let him hate me. Help me, please. Elena shook her head. This isn't about hate. It's about choices. Right? And you made yours. I stood tall, my voice steadier. Now, I spent months drowning because of what you did. I begged myself to believe you'd come back different. But you're standing here only because another man discarded you, she sobbed. So you won't forgive me? I forgive you, I said quietly. But I don't want you. Not anymore. Her knees buckled, and she sank against the wall. Crying into her hands, Elena stepped closer to me, her fingers brushing mine. You don't need to prove anything to her anymore. I looked down at the baby in her arms, his small hand gripping her blouse. My chest swelled. He's not mine by blood, but he's mine by choice. Hannah lifted her tear-streaked face. That was supposed to be us. I swallowed hard. You chose something else. And now I'm choosing to. I took the baby gently from Elena, holding him against me. His warmth filled the hollow space inside my chest. Elena's hand slipped. Into mine, steady and sure, we stood there. The three of us bound together by something stronger than betrayal. Hannah rose shakily, her eyes burning with regret. She whispered through clenched teeth, that should have been my life. I met her stare. It was yours. You gave it away. She turned and stumbled out the door, her sobs echoing in the night. Elena leaned into me, her voice low. She'll never understand. I kissed the top of the baby's head. She doesn't need to. This is ours now. Elena squeezed my hand tighter. Then let's protect it. And in that quiet moment, with her hand in mine and the baby safe, in my arms, I finally felt the weight lift. Not because the past vanished, but because I chose not to let it own me anymore. The night was still. The door was shut. And the life I thought I lost was standing right here, waiting for me to claim. It